G'day guys, HJ Bricks here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm very excited because we will be doing an overview for Boba Fett's Palace. That's right, we have seen it. Boba Fett's Palace has just been released. As you guys know, this set will be released later in 2022 and this set is following the line of sets from the Book of Boba Fett series. So as you might know, the Book of Boba, at the time of recording this video, Book of Boba Fett series has just finished, and so we're just about to get a huge range of sets released from that series. As we can see here, this is the set in its full detail, and I've got to say it does look very impressive. I think this looks like a fantastic set just to display this perfect scene. It looks like it's occurring due to that Bib Fortuna minifigure sitting in the throne. Looks like this set is going to be held at the very start of Book of Boba Fett and at the very end of Mandalorian Season 2. So that's when Boba Fett and Fennec Shand basically take back over Jabba's palace, or take over Jabba's palace, and dispose of, quite peacefully, Bib Fortuna. Now, one thing I noticed when I was looking at this set is you can see this red circle here, there is this little cog. And so one of the things this reminded me of was the Lego Ninjago Lighthouse Siege. And I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this set, I have it in my collection, but I did notice that it is similar to this trap that we got in the stairs here, where you pulled out this little vine, it pulled the stairs down, and then your enemy would fall into a little trap door basically, and they would be stuck in a prison underneath the lighthouse. Now, looking at this set, it doesn't look like we're going to have quite enough room for a minifigure to fall down and, be kept in some sort of cage or something like that, and we can see that this set is flat on the ground. So, unfortunately, there is not going to be any pit that you can drop minifigures in, which is very unfortunate. But I believe maybe the stairs could flatten out to some degree and you could have a minifigure have to slide down. That could be a very interesting feature that I would love to see. Now, just taking a look over the set, we can see that there is some more detailing in the back here. Looks like a couple of pipes and wheels. Not quite sure what that is, but I think it is going to be very interesting. Now, up the top here, we just have a bit of a tower, some binoculars up here. Looks like a little lookout door, maybe. I don't think there's anything too special there. Now, of course, here, in the main center of the room, the main attention is all going to be focused on that throne. And the design on that throne, as you can see, is going to be the same as the one that we saw in this Lego poster for Book of Boba Fett. And I think the throne that Lego has managed to release does capture that look perfectly. If we can I wish that they didn't have Bib Fortuna on the throne for this photos. I think it would look so much cooler if you had Boba Fett sitting on that throne. But I do think this is going to be an excellent display piece just for that Boba Fett sitting on his throne in his rightful place, taking over Jabba and Bib Fortuna, and taking control of the Mos Espa area. Now, one controversial thing for this set is that the classic Jabba the Hutt's palace has these dome-shaped roofs, and of course, Lego can't really release these sort of roofs because whilst they may be the correct roofs for the Star Wars universe, there are a lot of mosque temples and just different religions, especially Turkish, I believe, that have these sort of temples, and so it would be disrespectful to release them in that Lego form. And so that's why instead Lego has gone for that all-flat look that we have seen on the latest Book of Boba Fett, or the latest Boba Fett's Palace. And so we can see here, we have this completely flat roof here, no dome at all. And so, while I do think that takes away from the whole Boba Fett's Palace vibe, because it doesn't have that classic dome roof, I can understand why Lego has done it, and so I'm not necessarily going to hold that against them. As you can see, there is a tiny bit of a dome up on this top roof here of the tower, but it's not really the same. And for this flat roof section above the throne, I do believe that will be able to pop off, so you can put your hands in and play with the minifigures if you need to for easier accessibility. As you can see, there's the flat roof there. Now, I also just wanted to compare this to the previous two sets that we've gotten from Jabba the Hutt's palace. Sorry about that. So, as you can see here, for the original Jabba's palace, you can see we did have the pit where Luke Skywalker, of course, could fall through, and then you had the slave Leia or Princess Leia in captivity, as I believe we're now supposed to call it, and we had that original Jabba the Hutt, so that was a nice smaller build, but still, that was the first ever really, Jabba's palace build we got, so it was very nice for its time. And then, of course, more recently, we had Jabba's palace, which is a lot closer to the current set that we've just gotten. As you can see here, we still have that same tower over to the right of the build, and then we do have the center sort of build with the throne on it, except as Jabba is obviously a lot skinnier, Jabba's obviously a lot fatter than Boba, I do believe Boba's Fett looks a lot nicer than the one we get with this set. As you can see, of course, that also has, these both have completely different minifigures, because these would be set in the original trilogy, whereas Book of Boba Fett, of course, is set just after that. Now, if I go down here, we can also see that the design that has been used in the Jabba's or Boba's palace does look very familiar to the Mos Eisley Cantina. So that might have us asking the question, are they stealing architectural designs? I'm not sure what exactly is going on here, but maybe the LEGO designers just decided to take a shortcut and steal a couple of the same designs. But as you can see, in both of these builds, we have the bar sections, and they are looking very similar. And so I'm not entirely opposed to that. I do think it's a very nice design, and I think it will look good. And I also think that if you own the Mos Eisley Cantina, this will pair really nicely with that set, just getting that whole Tatooine vibe. But I just find it interesting that they chose to use those same elements. Now, it's time to look at the minifigures. So the first minifigure we get, of course, is Boba Fett. Then we have Fennec Shand, and so of course they are the two characters who are going to be attacking the palace in this situation, because it is currently overruled by Bib Fortuna. Then on Fortuna's side, we have the Gamorrean Guard and also the Skiff Guard, and so I believe they will both be given axes. That's what it looks like from this set. And then here are our final three figures, so 7 figures total in this set. Now the first being Bib Fortuna, and of course this Bib Fortuna isn't going to be the one I've displayed here wearing the blue up in the top left corner, isn't going to be exactly what we will see in this set, as he is a lot younger in this picture, and in the set I believe he does have a new head mold, which should be very nice to get, especially for those collectors. Now the next two minifigures we are getting, I do believe are exclusive to this set. The first one being Tasik, I believe. He is this sort of squid-looking character that is sitting in the bar. And the second exclusive character will be, or I believe you pronounce it, Rystel Sand. I apologize to any hardcore Star Wars fans if I'm getting that one wrong, but that's how I think you would pronounce it. And so she was one of Jabba's slaves, I believe. And so it's really interesting to see that we're getting that figure in this new set. So, there you guys go. There's just a quick overview of the brand new LEGO Star Wars 2022 Book of Boba Fett, Boba's Palace. What do you guys think? Will you be picking one up? Do you think I should pick one up? Let me know if you want to see a review later down the track, down in the comments section. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated, so I continue bringing you amazing reviews and LEGO information like this one. Make sure you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.